Not everybody gonna be the one, and that's what y'all need to realize.
I mean, obviously, right?
Why you say that?
Well, look at where we go.
Yes, and me and Eric, we both single. Yeah, we single. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hung Up Pod Live with Eric and Tony. I am Tony Purnell. I'm your homie. I'm your brother, and I am your friend. Otherwise, I'm known as the light worker. What's up, y'all? But who are you?
What's up, y'all? I'm Eric, life coach Eric, aka Tennis Bay.
Yes.
It's good to see you, Tony.
Yes, and we are
Yeah,
your favorite happy hour duo.
Yes.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too, friend.
I love you so much.
I love
I
you
actually
too.
do.
Thank you.
I mean, and if y'all have
I'm
not
feeling
noticed,
this love.
you know, I there's so much love and light in the room. If y'all have not noticed, we are both rocking the light
We are.
for our episode today because we want to shine some light on a
It be like
topic.
that sometime, you know. It's
It
so much
is.
light in the room.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes like
Haters
it's too
can't
much,
stand
too
it.
much.
It's too much.
Too
It's
much. We want to shine a light on a topic that y'all, I think, need to hear. You know, I think, you know, we sometimes we talk about some controversial topics. You know, y'all gonna get this topic. Y'all gonna get this word.
You know, sometimes we gotta shake the table. But before we do that, let's check in. How are you doing?
You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about tonight. I'm feeling good in general. It's been a heavy week. You know, we're working on just it's been heavy. But otherwise, you know, my birthday was last week, you know, so we celebrated 34. And so I'm super excited to have another year, you know. Happy birthday to me. Happy belated to me.
Oh, Aquarius season.
Aquarius.
One of my favorite albums by Tinashe.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's a good album. You know, I mean, I like Mariah Carey too. You know, she's a supreme.
Shout out to Sweet Tea.
Shout out. But what's up with you?
Tony, I'm good. You know what I've been doing?
What's up?
I have been, I don't know what made me do it. I was like, let me, because I've been trying to figure out ways to stretch, do more stretching at home. You know, I've been in physical therapy. I've been to the chiropractor, years in a chiropractor. Right now, I haven't been going because I need to wait for my health savings account to refill. So we on a little break.
Yes.
We just on a little break. So, you know, I've been YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube has so many dope videos where you could stretch.
YouTube University, y'all.
Do all the things.
YouTube University.
Me watching this YouTube, I said, you know what? I want to do a little spinal decompression. And how can I do that at home? With no equipment. So I literally have been, and it's because I have the right height. If you have a high bed, you can do it. All I've been doing is laying off the edge of my bed, upside down, and letting my arms just dangle, just freely.
Oh well, you gotta come to my house and show me how.
My shoulder has you can feel your body adjusting.
Okay.
You can feel the decompression. It is so relaxing.
You know, I used to do yoga. You know, I got away from it for a little bit. And I have got away from my chiropractic care.
Really?
And so this year I will be more intentional about doing that.
Yeah.
So I think I love a good crick and crack.
Just in case you got a little, what you call it? A kink.
It's got a little kink.
A little kink.
You might need a little crick and crack.
You kill me with that shit.
You know,
but I love it.
You know,
shout out to the Kinks and Fetish episode.
Hello.
That was nice.
Thank you. So, you know, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you.
I'm glad you are decompressed.
I'm decompressed and I'm ready for this episode. Tony, you got something really special for us. This is something that when you brought it to my attention, I was like, wait, what's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't never heard of that.
Absolutely.
But when you broke it all down, I was like, oh, I'm so ready.
Yeah, you know, being in the therapy space, you know, there's so many things that, you know, especially doing couples counseling, you know, that, you know, we see as clinicians and bringing it out into the regular world. And so I thought, you know, we'll get into it, you know, but before we do, we got our favorite segment of the show.
Come on. Hit that music, DJ. Producer, hit it. Hit it, boys.
Hit it, boys.
I had to find one.
Oh my, look, you did not. Come on, get a drummer.
Hit it, fellas.
All right, this is our Hung Up Hang Up episode. This is our favorite segment of our episode.
We can have a little fun.
I think we're going to, I want to hit you with this one first, Eric.
What you got for us?
So,
I don't know what's going to be popping up for the Hung Up Hang Up game today.
Listen.
Sometimes I have an idea, but today I don't have no inkling.
Republican Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida is blocking a new advanced placement course for high school students on African American studies. In January 12th, the letter went out to the College Board for the nonprofit organization that oversees AP studies and coursework. So the Florida Department of Education's Office of Articulation and Development said the course is inexplicably contrary to Florida law and significantly lacks educational value. They're trying to ban AP studies on African American studies. And the Republican governor, DeSantis, is at the head of this ban. I mean...
Throw them all in the trash.
What'd you say?
I'm just so tired of
we hanging up.
Ignorant motherfuckers being in these powerful positions where they can make these decisions and impact so many people.
Listen, let me tell you something about, it's already in Florida, don't say gay. Now, we can't, don't say black.
Like, and I wonder if the people were smart enough to catch on to that, because it was a lot of our people too.
Exactly.
That was on that, don't say gay shit, don't teach our kids about, any, like all that, right?
Exactly.
Were you smart enough to see that this was coming?
Now it says, don't say black. Basically, we can't say, don't say black. Basically.
We tried to warn y'all.
Lord, I was hot.
We've been trying to warn you since Stonewall.
I was hot.
But are you listening?
This. You know, this is fairly new. So this ban, I want to see how far it goes. But what you doing? You hanging up? You hung up?
Oh, I'm hanging. The fuck?
And so when we get into the second hang up, I mean, I get a key every time I see this. So did y'all see when Krishan bust Blueface in the head with that dang on Hennessy bottle, bust his head while open?
Did what?
Yes.
And oh my God, is he okay?
Yes, he's okay. They said he had like a slight concussion. And
they still together, aren't they?
And they still together.
Of course.
But the thing that was cracking me up, I hate to say this like cracking me up, but because it's not funny, but she was picking the glass out. He said, she was like, well, I told you, don't do.
I can't believe she busted this man in the head.
The man was bleeding. And she picking up the glass. Babe, stay still. I told you not to.
Their relationship is so
toxic.
And I'm honestly personally tired of seeing this shit on my timeline.
It's always Krishan and Blue.
I have muted both of those keywords on Twitter. I wish I could do that on
everywhere else.
Instagram.
Like, it's always Krishan and Blue. Like, they're toxic as hell.
Awful, and they get so much, like, clicks and views and retweets. It's like, for what?
But you know, Krishan had a very, her academic career was about to be setting her straight. And I don't know how she got here. When I look at her story, she was a track superstar, very intelligent, very well spoken. And I'm like, well, this is two different people.
Zeus bought her.
And Zeus further perpetuates the destruction of the black.
They really do. I don't
culture. I'm gonna say it, and I feel it.
And I know. And listen, I appreciate the fact that Zeus is a black-owned network. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they are giving other black people opportunities. That's about the best I could say.
Okay, opportunities, but still destroying a black culture. Come on, the shit they put on.
I mean, it's probably shit that they doing in their hood, in the block, on their block anyway, and now they just so happen to get paid for it. The problem is,
I'm hanging the fuck up.
It's being
on Zeus and Krishan.
It's out here for the masses.
I'm done. When she bust his ass upside the head with that fucking Hennessy bottle and picked out the glass out, well, babe, I told you not to do that.
These are the abusive type of relationships that a lot of people are in, and the shit is not cute. For someone to bust you in your head with a fucking bottle, and you think picking the glass out of my head, like that's supposed to be some type of kumbaya moment?
That's exactly how it was. That's how it looked on TV too. I said, what the hell is this?
That's the stuff they're doing on TV. What's going on?
Behind the scenes. But I also had the notion of like, if you're physically getting abused on camera.
That's awful.
Like, how is that you're physically... He beating her ass, he slapping her, she beating him up. Like, this is on camera.
So they be fighting each other.
Oh, yes. I'm done. We are hanging up on, Christian Rock and
Until someone...
Go ahead.
Until somebody gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit is not cute.
Do somebody got to get killed on camera?
That's what I said is scary.
Does somebody... Hello? I'm done. But
in 2023,
yeah,
they brought the same bullshit into 2023.
Sure did. Well, he about to get up to jail anyway soon. He just waiting his time to be sentenced. So, in other news, and speaking about relationships with Christian and Blueface, that's what this episode is all about. When we talk about dating, there are so many multiple avenues to date. I'm sure you didn't hear about this avenue. Dating NATO. N-A-T-O. I don't know if it's going to come across the screen like that, but dating NATO.
It's not across the screen. A little marquee. Little scroll.
However the producer's going to fit it. They're going to work it out. I love you, Marquise. He going to work it out.
Peace.
But when we put dating NATO on the screen, NATO, N-A-T-O, not attached to an outcome. What are you talking about, Tony? What are you talking about? When we talk about dating, sometimes we are full steam ahead. We are looking at the end result. Oh my God, I'm dating this boy named Eric, and it's going so good. I can see myself with him. He's the one. What? You don't even know this motherfucker from a can of corn.
But the one.
You don't know him from a can of corn. What you mean he the one? How you know?
I feel like it's being open to other options. Maybe they're not the one. Maybe there's something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, we wanted to kind of set the tone, though, right?
Yeah, we want to set the tone.
Because I know when you introduced this concept to me, like I said, it was a new concept. Right away, we said, oh my God, this pushes back on intentional dating.
Exactly.
Which is something that a lot of us hear about. A lot of us are told it's best practice.
It's you.
We probably even talked about.
Exactly. You're the one, people always talk about, even if the producers, gave us some good notes. The natural person dates, or we say we date with intention. Oh, my person needs to have X, Y, and Z. And if I'm going to date this person, they need to have the dating intention.
Y'all know how y'all are with y'all preferences.
Ooh.
No facts.
Oh,
we're not gonna go there tonight.
You want to knock on the door?
We're not gonna go there tonight.
You want to knock on the door?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm serious. No, and this really...
People are very particular.
So you got dating with intention versus NATO. NATO says, I'm not attached to a particular outcome. I'm fine, or I should be fine, with the space that we get to, however far we progress. And that's okay. But that ain't always a feeling good after that. Sometimes you might say, okay, I done dated Eric, and Eric fucked me over, and, he was just a fuck boy. Or he just wasted my time. Wasted 3 months. Wasted 90 days of dating.
My bad.
You just say, my bad. My bad. But I just want to say
that's all you get, if that.
And not everyone will be the one. Oof. I'm going to talk to y'all at the cameras, since Eric, not everyone will be the one. And that's okay.
Since Eric what?
He ain't say amen in the back of the church.
Oh, you want me?
I was hoping for a little bit of agreement.
I'm sitting here nodding my head and
Not everybody going to be the one. And that's what y'all need to realize.
I mean, obviously, right?
Why you say that?
Well, look at where we go.
Yes, and me and Eric, we both single. Yeah, we single.
Hindsight is 20/20. Everybody's not the one, and you know that now. You know, we know that as a single person, but it's just, I think a concept like NATO helps us kind of like discover the whys.
Come on, Eric, talk about it.
Try to answer some of these unknowns that we really do be having a time with when we're dating.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because when things don't work out, Tony, usually it turns inward.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with
me? There we go.
What did I do wrong?
That's it.
What did I say that made him stop texting me or, threw him off? Like, a lot of times we turn it inward. But I think not, dating not with, what is it? NATO.
Not attached to an
Not
outcome.
attached to an outcome. Dating not attached to an outcome will help alleviate some of this angst, this stress that a lot of us find when we're dating.
I'll be the first one to say, yes, I did subscribe to that, that viewpoint. This person needs to have this person needs to have that. And even the intentionality of dating, if we go on 6 months and it did not go where I thought it should be. Maybe I thought, we should have been further along after the 6 months. And we decided to call it quits. We decided to call not talking anymore, just say, hey, we're friends. That was my idea.
Yeah, because a lot of times what we want is what we want. It's in our head. It
What
may
we
not
want.
necessarily be what the other person wants.
I'm going to be real. Dating is not a means to an end. It's not. When you look at dating now, I personally feel like it should be more of a dynamic process.
An experience.
That's right.
Like, I want to date. Now that I'm becoming more informed,
Yeah.
more educated, finding the language, right, for different ways to approach this thing, like NATO. Like, I learned something new. You know what I'm saying? As I get better at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm finding my way.
Yeah. But even if you don't know your way, that's fine. I think a lot of us, that whole inward thing that you was talking about earlier, we get hung up on that inward shit. So many people be wanting to find their future, their long-term partners, but only to have this one acceptable outcome in their mind. I'm finding long-term partner. That's my long-term outcome and only acceptable outcome in my mind. Why is that the case? Why can't there be different variations of dating and what healthy dating looks like?
Right. And dating multiple people, which is okay.
Hello. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Come and knock on my door. Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Caller, a couple?
I'm going to date you and multiple people. And I'm going to be honest because that's what the dating process is about. That more dynamic process.
I feel like you're learning more about you.
Hello? I know some friends say, I only date one person at a time. I said, I feel sorry for you, friend.
I mean, each his own, right? Depends on what your outcomes are, what your objectives are when it comes to dating. And depending on what your objectives are, that's going to impact your outcomes.
Yeah. Well, speaking about outcomes, let's say, you that person you were dating for 3 months, 90 days, and it didn't go where you wanted to go. It didn't get long term, it didn't get to family, it didn't get to, meeting the close friends. And maybe they do meet maybe a couple close friends though. Maybe that person ain't meant for you. Maybe that person is meant for your homeboy.
I wonder how many people
do we get the alley-oop? Do we? Okay. We didn't make it, but maybe
I can't tell you the last time a friend, a homie, introduced me to another man. Like, hey, y'all should, that never
somebody
happens.
that they dated?
Or just someone that they know. We be in these social circles. How often do we put in a referral? How often do you put in a good word for your homie? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, for real.
Or are we just tight because the shit didn't work out for me?
That's it.
And so how dare I see somebody else happy?
That's it. Right
He ain't make me happy. I'll be damned if I watch him make somebody else happy. Especially someone close to me. Are we struggling with that?
Eric, you got me like speechless for a second. I do think that we are ideally struggling with that. Once again, the piece about acceptance. It's okay if it does not go where you intended it to be initially. Are you really taking it in for yourself? Like, everybody's not going to be your point Z person.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a point Z with everybody you meet, and that's completely fine.
Sometimes you get to D. How you say it? Sometimes you get to D or E or F. And
yeah.
That's the drop-off point.
That's the drop-off point.
And it doesn't necessarily mean this person was... well, let's be clear. Sometimes niggas do be a waste of your time.
Yeah.
Niggas just be doing fuck shit.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
that is true.
That does happen.
But the truth is...
Because it's the lack of communication.
I was just about to go there. The truth is, people don't know how to... People aren't emotionally intelligent. People don't communicate when something's not working out, and then they'll drag it on. Oh no, we're good. Everything's fine. When you knew 2 weeks ago when we first met after that second date, I wasn't the one. Everybody's not going to be romantically compatible for you. It's okay. Speak the fuck up.
Tony, why do you think so many of us are yearning for that? Is it because it's something that we're just so, it's foreign to us? That is this world such a tough place to be in that when you can find just a little iota of someone or something that you feel is special and unique for you, and you try to hold on to that?
I think the problem comes in because even in gay culture, it's significantly different than heteronormative cultures. I think we are trying to model something, and the puzzle pieces just don't fucking fit.
And why don't it fit, Tony?
Because it don't fit because it ain't for you. It's not for you.
Yeah.
What is for us in our culture, how we date, how we define affection, how we define compatibility is going to look ideally different than the heteronormative, side.
Which I think we're in the process of doing.
Why are we modeling that?
And I think that's why the struggle seems so, like it gets so frustrating. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. We didn't have the role models. We didn't have the gay queer sex ed back in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was so much that we didn't have.
Exactly.
And we were just sent out into this world.
Figure it the fuck out.
To figure it the fuck out. And I really think that for a lot of people, especially if you don't have experience in dating or relationships, use it to figure it the fuck out.
The person who don't have a lot of experience in dating and they do have a bad taste after 90 days or 6 months, that could be the person that's like, I'm done. I don't want to date no fucking more. Instead of having an open perspective, having, okay, well, what did you learn from it? I personally believe everything in life is a teachable moment.
Yeah.
All dates ain't gonna be a waste of time. Did you learn something about yourself? Did you learn something about the partner? Did you learn something culturally? Maybe they wasn't of the same culture. Did you learn something about taking time, being present, being aware, being mindful in the moment? You talked about healthy dating earlier. We talked about that. What does healthy dating even look like? Healthy dating is not having an anticipation. Healthy dating is not being, okay, what does the future look like? Focus on now.
That's why these questions be feeling like an interview. When you go on a date.
Ooh.
Y'all really be interviewing people.
What you say when you go on these dates, you're interviewing people?
I hear, especially in like Chocolate City, DC, the dates and the interactions and the social interactions be really interviews.
Since
for me to even determine
you put it out
if
there,
you're worth me even talking to.
They're so pretentious. We got DC, we got the government, scene out there. We got the Chocolate City.
Black excellence.
I need a black
schools,
excellence.
Howard University, it's all just.
I need to know what you bring to the table, and I need to do a pre-screening before I even consider dating.
Rent is high.
That's what they do.
I get it.
Oh, well, you PG County, or you over here? Where you from? Oh, what do you do?
What school did you go to?
What school do you go to?
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
Yeah.
That's that screening shit. I can't. Hold on. This is it. This is over. This is done. Do you give yourself even an opportunity to say it could go somewhere? Once again, not attached to the outcome. Giving somebody a shot. Giving yourself a shot. Doing something different that you have not done before. We're so hung up in the crux of being everything that has been the same. Challenge yourself to do something different this year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Really. And if NATO is for you, it sounds different. Maybe this should be for you. If you think, I can't give it this concept, challenge yourself. Enjoy the moment. Be present. I just honestly.
I like that. It's the be present for me. And I think if we're not constantly daydreaming about the future and what the future can be, we can be more appreciative of the current moment that we're in.
Many, that whole point Z person, many people think of that, persons as their point Z, whether that's ending in going to a long-term relationship or a marriage. So in dating, you have that, you're trying to backfill, a position, whether this person's the next, person that you're going to be with, you're having that glass of wine at the table, how can I fulfill this role for me? Sometimes they don't even belong in your future. Sometimes they belong in your present, like right now. That's okay. A lot of us are not okay with the thought of just having simple dates, coffee dates, getting to know people. We are putting that person into our future. What the fuck? Why?
I know we gotta wrap up, but honestly, I feel like NATO can work in so many situations, not even just dating.
Like what?
Work.
Absolutely.
Not being attached to an outcome. Just do your best. Do the best you got with what you got.
All I need is all I have.
Oh, exactly.
Do the best with what you got.
And in 6 months, reevaluate.
And reevaluate.
NATO,
doing NATO with a lot of shit in your life.
I really do feel like it could be that way.
I agree with you.
You may be unsure about moving into a new space. You may be unsure about getting that job and transferring and moving to another state or across the country. NATO, not attached to an outcome. Give yourself a chance. You never know. You never know what that could turn into.
These girls ain't ready to hear the real truth. They ain't really invest in this. Because it's going to require a challenge or challenge you to self. It's going to require you to challenge yourself to have this type of mindset, to have this type of thought process.
Be patient with yourself, yeah.
And that's
just so hard
that's
for
what
us
the challenge
to have.
is going to be. Exactly.
Especially when you go on Instagram and you see everyone winning, or so it seems.
Yeah.
Right?
I think this was a good topic, you know.
It was. I appreciated you bringing this to
Yeah.
Hung Up Pod Live. I really do.
All right.
You're the bomb, Tony.
Oh, thank you. I hope it helps you. Somebody out there.
Somebody hear me.
Listen, you know where to find us. If you have a comment, a topic, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, hit that bell, hit that notification. If you have a topic for us, send us an email. And where can they send an email to?
hunguppod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button on the Instagram page.
That's right.
Proceeds go to this platform.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate it.
All right, y'all.
Y'all know we're going to be here next Monday.
World peace.